How you doing, Ralfy here, Ralfy Customs. Time for another mix and match. First on the block this week, does his Suzuki. Right, long story short, he's bought this quick because he needs a chop for his club commitments, and he's awaiting parts on his main bike, so he's bought this cheap and cheerful, and it is cheap and cheerful. What we need to do is fucking look at this seat number. Whoever thought that up needs to not build bikes. So we need to sort that out, and we also need to put some scope in to stop the axle sliding forward. There's no wheel adjusters. There's no provision for wheel adjusters. So again, whoever built the frame needs to fucking give their head a wobble, like, because that's a must-have. That's what we're in to do. That's it. So we're going to fuck all this shit off. Yeah, and we're going to make something for there, and then we're going to fit. He's given me some other bits and bobs that he might. He says if it works, use it. So I'm going to have a look. Righto. So we've stripped all that shit off, and found that the front mount had a nut and bolt through that you couldn't, because obviously this covers everything up. So you couldn't get anything in to hold the nut to undo it or tighten it up. So you had to do it so tight with that moved out of the way, and then slide the whole thing across and just leave it how it was, which is shoddy. I've trimmed all the shit off the back and took the back light bit off. So now at least that'll bolt properly at the front. It bolts straight through the frame at the back here with an M6 through there. So that's kind of got it. Kind of got it. Not the best way to do it, if I'm honest. It does need that cover though. Short of welding some bosses on here, making some bobbins, welding them on here, cutting this around and sculpting it out. I'm not sure what to do. Maybe just stick with them for now. It is like, basically, right, what I'm not explaining is that we're really short of time, and this needs to be done today, because I've got other members' bikes that need my attention ready to go away at the weekend. So I don't want to get too deep into it. And once his main bike's back on the road, this is coming off the road, and loads of things are being done to it because it's not put together as nicely as it could be, although it does sit rather well. So there we go. Right, with that plate back on, look, we've welded a piece in, and we've done the nut certs to hold everything down, and we want to lift the seat up because our Daz is a leggy fucker. So I am going to make some bosses that go on the frame and have little pegs that go through there, I reckon. So I'm going to fuck this bit of it off. Yeah, well, here, cut it here, and then weld some bosses on the frame. So we're going to have them about 2-inch. With a 10mm, 12mm peg with a cross hole for a pin. That's my plan. Yeah. Righto, so we've got some inch bar chucked up, and we're just running along to clean the scale off the outside of it, and this will be the beginnings of those posts. Eventually we're going to end up with 2 inches of 1 inch, so 2 inches of fat, and then a peg on the end with a through hole for the doodah, for the spring to sit on, like. So all I'm doing is cleaning this up really. I'm going to do it at this, and then I'm going to spin it round and do the other end the same. And then we'll look at turning down the skinny bit if you will, and then we'll cut it in half and machine the ends to weld on the frame. So you can join me when I've done all of this at OD and we're taking the we're creating the minor diameter. Hey, say what? Right, and with that cleaned up, we can now take a cut to make this peggy bit that's going to go through the spring, and we're going to turn this down to 16mm, which, due to the power of high-speed steel, we can fucking do in one go. Look at that. Yeah, oh, off go the lights. Look, fucking haunted. The ghost fucking train started. And the vibration of the cut sends a fucking light switch, dickhead. So, anyway, we're going to turn this down for 15mm. Or 20mm I'll go, I think. 20mm, fuck it. I think it was plenty to go out like, where it goes through the spring. And as you can see, it's more than happy doing it, so happy days. Righto, we'll just finish up. There, happy days. Now, just speed things up if I can, bear with, hold on. Talk amongst yourself for a minute. There we go. And break that. Give that a bit of a nice fucking one of them. Same there. Sorted. Righto, so with those turned down, and I will admit to changing the design slightly, going down to 8mm. That way Daz can use scissor type springs in the future should he desire. Yeah, I'll drill a through hole just on the pillar drill light. But now we're going to give ourselves a bit of a clearance up the pipe, like, so we're not welding fucking something that's 25mm fucking solid. So that's already got a center drill from a previous job, look, happy days. And we'll take that out to 10mm pilot, like so, for a depth of about 25-30mm, you know. Take it out to a clearance which I'm using at 21mm, which is fine. Might be running it a little fast, to be fair, like, but I'm not happy with that. Hold on, bear with. That and a bit of lube should see us running a lot smoother. There you go. Happy days. So we'll drill that out. And then we need to shape it up a bit to sit on top of the 1-inch tube. Now, I normally do it with a milling cutter, but I'm not going to do that on this. I'm just going to fucking knock the edges off with a sander. I'll show you what I mean when I got on it. Fucking okay. So we've got them on. They'll come down, look, and these springs will, oh, fucking hell, I'm struggling, sorry, bad filming. Springs will sit there. It gives Daz loads of fucking room because he's leggy, and that should see him more comfortable for the weekend. I'm going to ring him about the back mudguard, not sure what's happening there. I have also noticed that there's nothing holding this fucking rear pipe on. Nothing, look. So it's squeezed in there a little bit, but with a wiggle and a jiggle I could pull it out, and the last thing we want to see at the weekend is that fucking going through the windscreen of some poor fucking innocent straight with 3.2 children, etc. So I'll fucking have to put a tab on. I'm going to weld a bracket, a little tab that that cops this fucking bolt, the bolt that goes through here, just to stop it fucking winging off. Now, I'm going to donate one of my side mounts that I had loads of these made and used to sell them at one time, but sales dried up and I got busy with other things. So basically I'm going to trim the bottom off that and drill it out, and it's going to go on there with that backlight number plate arrangement on sorted, and that just leaves the wheel adjusters, which I'm having to have a think about because I'm very tempted to just drill and tap the axle plates, they're thick enough. It's whether or not I can do it with the back wheel in and without fucking breaking gear light. I don't want to snap something off in his fucking axle plate. So we'll see. Well, hey, so that's the seat done. Plenty of leggy room. Well, it's quite tall for me actually, but he's our Daz is a much taller than myself. Like, I've trimmed my side mount down off camera and drilled it out. So we've got 2 mounting holes for this number plate backlight thing. I think that's super glued on there, but I'm not sure. It looks like it has been somehow done to somehow, so I hope that survives. Like, what I need to look at now is the backlight, sorry, the back wheel adjusters. See, there's no scope to adjust the chain. There's no threaded anything that stops this moving forward and lets you wind things back to nip that up. Like, so I'm really tempted to drill and tap that plate. It's either that or I'm gonna have to make something and a spacer, which I guess won't go amiss. It's just a bit of threaded something with a weld, you know. It's just more fucking his paint up and welding on it that I don't want to do really. But I guess that's fugly that it needs redressing. So, what's this side going to come out like? Is there anything to shove against there? No, not really. Not really. And is there enough spindles sticking out to make 2 spacers? There'd be half of that, wouldn't there? So I'll measure that. Oh no, because we've got the fucking side mount this side. Fucking hell. Right. Can't get on the inside. Take his back wheel out, mold something on the inside. That'd do it. Wouldn't it? I could drill and tap the plate. That'd do it. But I think I'd just have to take all this shit off. Yeah, which is a bit fucking convoluting. It's a bit of a strange setup if you ask me. There you go. Alright, so that's that. I might be able to get in then with a hand drill and then tap it out like, but not sure. Hey, fucking howdy doody, I'm talking loud because I don't want a copyright strike from wireless. And we've got a tap in there, look. I'll show you when I've got it out, and we've got a bolt in. I'll turn the radio off. Woohoo. Here we go then. So today's jolly has been re-engineering and fitting this, re-engineering the mountings and fitting this leatherette or leather seat rather than the one that was on it. Lifted it up a couple of inches. Did away with that silly fucking backlight. What was that all about? Anyway, put a side mount on her. Yeah, and then we drilled and tapped the frame to run a M8 bolt through to stop the axle sliding forwards, and it helped you adjust the chain. And finally, I noticed that there wasn't a bracket for this. This was just fucking hanging on in there, look, which is not particularly safe. So I put a bracket on there, put a little bracket on there. So now Daz will be more comfortable. He desperately needs a rear mudguard, but I ain't got one. So I can't make one out of nothing like fit. I can't fit what I ain't got. But should seem safe and sound at the weekend now. Happy days.
Don't forget, folks, our Fuck Stock stickers are now available in our Etsy store. Link in the description below. Fuck Stock, you know it makes sense.
Charlie Chopper. Is that EV? This will bite fucking bite 2A really. Bit of titillation done, ready for a run.
The captain's nut's not there, you know.
What do you mean the fucking captain? I know, what you've just seen is 3 days work with it, starting with the Suzuki and then the rebuild on Big Blue. Top end rebuild on that went really fucking well. And then back again the following day to our Dean's place, not not in my shop, obviously. With Mickey's, put a new stator in, rebuilt all his primary, sorted all that shit out. That was another fucking full day. And I didn't record it because it's fucking mission on, you know what I mean? We're going away in a few days, and these bikes need to be fucking run ready. So got in, got my sleeves rolled up, got on and fucking did it with lots of help from the chaps, and everyone's a fucking winner. Right, I'm going to make a little bit now for our fucking Dan's clutch cable on his Evo, big purple thing that I did full build, did a dry build on for him. I'll try and link to the playlist, and we'll get that little bit made, and then he should be all sorted as well. Righto, so last job of the week is a bit more turning. We're going to make a spacer for a clutch cable on our Danny's big purple Evo, and his existing is going to sit in this pocket, look, and then we're going to have space from there to there. We're going to space his outer of his cable, if you like, well, even if you don't fucking like, out 12 mil, 10 mil ish. So basically I'm going to spin this bit of stainless up. We're going to make the outside diameter 13 mil, and then we're going to drill in with a 10.5 to a depth of 10 and 6.5 to a depth of 10 to take the existing, and right through with a 4.5 mil. And then we're gonna part it off, spin it round, and do this peggy bit. Now the bit I'm not sure about is there's a slot. It's slotted so it'll fit on the cable like. Now I'm hoping this little 4 mil fucking focus, 4 mil fucking end mill, or cut a slot in that stainless. I'm not sure how I'm going to hold it. It's going to have to be this way, not that way, otherwise it'll pinch on itself. You know, if we hold it this way in the vise and machine the slots as we go along left to right, when we break through, the job will collapse on the slot and fuck itself up. So we're going to go front and back. I might have to put a bit of aluminium this side or one side for a buffer, so we can run into it with a milling cutter. Hey, exciting stuff. Right, first things first, we'll have a clean up. There goes the light. Look, turn that off, and we'll see where we're at. We're aiming for 13 mil, so that gets us 18.2. So I've set my digital readout. X equals 18.20. Enter and get cutting. We're looking for 13, aren't we? So I'll take this down to 17 with this first cut, like so, and you can join me when we're nearer the finished job. Like, oh, here's my size. This is 13 mil. The entire thing's only 31 millimeters long, so I may be a bit OTT with what I'm doing here, like, but it's one of them days. After I've cut this down to here, come on baby, any minute now, look, here we come, there we go, boosh. Right, I'll face it up, just spin it around, look, like so. So we'll face this up, working our way backwards and forwards quite nicely, like that. Yeah. And now we can run in with a centre drill, like fucking so. A bit of lube, because that's what separates us, hey boys? So, nice and steady with this stainless. It machines lovely, it's really free machining, but we don't want any mishaps, do we? So we'll just take it nice and easy, look, like that. I know, now we can go with a 6 mil to a depth of 20. So this will be for the thin end of the existing outer cable, will settle in this. It's actually a bit deeper than we need. Let's just check my depth. So I need to just nudge that up a bit to there, and just take another mil or two out. Hold on. So call that Charlie. Slow things down. And this is like 10.5 mil, or just over 10 mil. And this needs to go in 10 mil deep, so nice and steady. Right, fucking so. There's a 10 mil. Right. Hold on. Just again. Nudge that up and take a little more. I might run a milling cutter in just to flatten the end of that hole. But it's not crucial. So probably won't, to be fair. Right, and now last but by no means least, I'm going to part that off. So we'll come round. Here's my looby-doo bit. And keep that nicely lubricated. And after that we can spin it around, and we need to machine the step down to go into the lever. So I'll get that set up now. Righto, so we've spun that around. Here we go, come on. I'm just going to face it off, look. Get rid of that parting off nipple, look. Go on. Off you fuck. Right, and now we want, what do we want? 6.5 mil for 9 mil deep, and we're on 13, so let's get rid of the fucking, take it to 10.5, which is there, for, hold on, changing feeds, for 6 mil, which is there, near enough. So now we'll go 10.5, we'll go 8.5. Eight and a quarter, fuck it. Come on, baby. So there. And now 6.5. Which is, fucking hell, there. Down to it. Oh, 9. I've made a bollock. We need that 9. So let's take it nice and steady. There's 7.5. Yeah. 8.5. 9.25. That'll do. So with that, we'll just take a little bit off the end there. Like that. Bob's your answer. Now we'll break that corner. Break that corner. Clean that up because the finish ain't great. Don't ask me why. Probably need a new tip, bit of coolant, whatever, but never be seen like. Sorted. Oh, that literally just leaves. Just move your old arm. How's that? Right, that just leaves drilling this end out, drilling it through at 4.5 mil, which is what the inner cable is, according to the cable on my dyno, which is the same thing. So we will very carefully chip away at that, like fucking so. Come on, just until we get on the taper of the centre drill. Over there, look, a little bit more. Cool. And now we'll do our best to drill it through 4.5 mil. There shouldn't be much to go through. There we go. Happy days. I know, folks, so I've got this mounted, like I said, we've centred it, and all I'm planning on doing is very carefully working through. I'm going to have to move you, hold on, move you back a bit, look. I'll zoom in when I edit. So we've got the cross slide locked off, and we're going to go nice and steady through it like this. Look. We don't want to break anything, do we? So this is a 4mm cutter, and we need 4.5mm. So well, a bit much maybe. So what we'll end up doing is moving 1/4 mil left and right. Yeah. So we're almost through the first bit. The slot on the next bit will be the biggest issue, really. But I think we'll manage. I think this is gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna work. Yeah. Come back. Nudge that down a bit. Go again. So there's the slot on the first bit. Nudge it down a bit. Come back. And so on and so forth. You can join me again when we're about there. So we're on the home straight. We're on the very last section now, right on the end there, look. Just make sure that's nice and true. And we're almost through, so I'm just tapping the quill down a few thou at a time. And there we go. That should have done it. That should be that. I'll have a double check on the width. Yeah, that's fucking bob on. I'll give it I'll blow all the swarf out of it, and I'll take the burrs off, give it a quick tickle up with the file or the Y wheel or something, and then we'll see how it's turned out. Righto, so yeah, there's the badger. That's going to sit over the inner cable and rotate, so it kind of sits in there, look, there, and then it will space his outer cable up by the thickness of the step in there, which is about 10mm. Give him a bit more adjustment, which is just what we need. So there you go. I'll take that with me when I meet up with him to go away this weekend. Sorted. So there you fucking have it, look. I've just come from the barber's, can you tell? Have my ears lowered. Bit of an eclectic mix, like I say. There was the engine rebuild and the stator and primary and all that build up that we did in a rush. We didn't rush it, just had to get on it, so I didn't video it. Yeah. But you've seen the highlights, you've seen the bikes, you know, and a bit of machining this week, and I'll see you when I get back, basically. So yeah, just leaves me as always to thank you for watching. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and a sub. Check out all the bump in the description below, and I'll see you on the next one. Big love everyone, see you soon.